Okay, so what I'm looking at today is from the Minecraft forums is this village information mod, and it tells you about the village, the ID, where the centre is, the villagers, houses. You can download various versions, and it will tell you if you're trying to look for a village where the closest one is. It will tell you when you're in a village the centre and the radius. It's at least 32. The villagers, number of current villagers you have, and they're in brackets, so you can have the maximum number of villagers as well, and this is determined by the number of houses. It also shows you the number of golems you have and the maximum, and if you're inside the golem spawn zone you get an extra line of text that tells you you're there. Tells you how many houses you have, and the breeding status of the villagers, and your reputation. So it's quite easy to install. You just simply replace the appropriate class file in your minecraft.jar and delete the meta.inf file. So there we have it. That is the mod, and so we have a look at it in detail. We put on F3 and we can see we have 65 houses, reputation 0 in green, breeding status is OK, and we have 22 villagers out of possible maximum of 22, and we have 2 golems as well. Wow! We have a hole in the floor. That's because I've got a very good shovel. You can see the village ID, and you can see where the centre is. It's at 51, and currently we're at Y47, so it's 4 blocks up, and it's at 104.48. 104, so it's about here, 4 blocks up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, there's the centre, just about there. And if I built a platform up there, all these guys would run up to there, which they did earlier, and then they jump off and hurt themselves because it's 4 blocks. So what I did from my previous, if you've seen Monkey Mind's previous video, you'll see that this is one of the areas. I've taken out all the doors because they were too high. They raised the centre of the village too high, and also some of the guys were falling off and killing themselves, which is very stupid of them. So what I will probably do on Monkey Mind is actually take out the whole of this section and not use it. And this is the interesting thing. If you take one of these doors out, it goes down to 64 doors or houses, and you can put one back in, and these houses do work. So they're back down to 64. Put another house back in. So you can increase your houses just by making doors too wide. So here we actually have one. Get out my way, sir. Oh dear, too busy in this village. We have another door behind it. Oops, can't get through. There we are. And we have 3 doors. So we're on 65, 64. So this door counts. So I've got 3 doors here, and up at this level I've got there's 16 doors around there, and there's another door behind each of those 16, so there's 32 doors up there. So what I really ought to do is bring those doors down, bring the centre of the village to the sort of grass area here. But it's working well. And it's interesting to know that I had doors all over here which didn't work. None of these doors would work. This one didn't work, not even this one won't work. I had a couple up here, and they're just too far away from the centre of the village to count. They don't count because there's not enough light fall coming from above. So we've lost a door somewhere. We've reduced our doors, has gone down to 61 now. I don't know why that is. It keeps varying. At 65. Maybe it's because I've got these 3 doors, and then it somehow changes the values. I don't know. So you'll see with the mod that the villagers and doors go up and down, even though you don't do anything. So if I come outside the village, you'll see there's a village nearby. So it's changed. And I hate doors. Right, there we are. So if I come up here to this part of the village, now the distance to the centre has changed and the houses have gone down to 33. The village centre is at 102, 48, 45, so that's changed. And I don't know why it does that. But the house is down to 33. Now if I come back here inside the golem spawn zone, and this is the centre of the village, and it's at 48, it's one block up, so here. But we're down to 33. So we've got 2 golems, we've got 21 villagers, but we should only have 11 until it gets reset. So that's the only downside in the mod, but it's very good if you're patient with it. And my plan with monkey mines is probably to bring those doors down, set up a whole row of doors here. Is it getting dark? Yes, it's getting dark, and they're all wanting to get into the same place. And they can't, because there's not enough room, because they're full of doors. Or can they? Oh, we got another little chap. And there you have it. It's a good night from me, and it's good night from them. Good night.